seconds in the Caulfield Cup. Well, behind every racehorse there is a story, but behind the Cup favourite Fields of Omagh, there's a cast of characters. For jockey Damien Oliver, he's hoping to equal Scobie Breesley and win a 5th Caulfield Cup. For Tony McAvoy, he's going for a first Group 1 success. And the owners, well, they're a saga in themselves.
The A-Train, Rain Gauge, Sky Heights, Fields of Omagh.
That's one name Bryan Martin doesn't need to rehearse. It's been lodged in his brain ever since the yearling sales when lot 168 burst into the life of Bryan. Fields of Omagh is his baby. He named him, he part owns him, and he manages the 31-member syndicate called No Big Deal. A stupid name, really, because this horse is the big deal.
I ride him every night in my sleep. It's the longest Caulfield Cup race in history.
I never imagined that a horse had, you know, after being in the game for over 30 years, a horse could sort of change your life as much as it does, but he's changed all our lives.
Fields of Omagh hasn't just crept into the Connection's lives overnight. He's grabbed their hearts by stealth and survived a difficult adolescence.
The jockey who won on him second race start was a guy called Darren Gouchy, and he described me as having square wheels.
Just when the square wheels rolled forwards, last autumn he suffered a career-threatening injury.
That injury just stopped everything, and that was it. We had to stop, and I remember ringing all the syndicate partners and making about 16 phone calls. It was like a death in the family, telling them that the horse had gone amiss and the autumn was out. It wasn't the dollars, it was nothing like that.
84-year-old Nancy Peck is besotted by this son of Ruperton.
You know, he's got that look about him that, you know, I'd trust him. Lovely eye.
He's just changed everything with us. And you shouldn't sort of get to be feeling like that about an animal, but there's something about it, there's something special about them.
Through a lifetime in racing, Bryan Martin thought he'd seen it all. But in his perch before the Fian Stakes, he was learning a new technique, how to call a race with your heart in your mouth.
I think it's just a great feeling to be here, to be one of the runners, to be in such elite company as a horse like Magical Miss.
Yeah, the caller, he was a bit excited. Bryan, he did a great job. It must be very difficult calling a horse of, that you're interested in a race like that.
400 metres to go. La Bella Dama, a neck in front of Zagaletta, a neck the outside. Magical Miss, the leader, starting to shift ground, and Fields of Omagh's got the rails run. He's got up on the inside, turning for home. On the bend, Zagaletta, Fields of Omagh got up on the inside, and Magical Miss is wider out on the track. Fields of Omagh, Magical Miss, and Zagaletta. Magical Miss on the outside. Fields of Omagh coming again. Fields of Omagh fighting back with Magical Miss. Yes, Omagh! Fields of Omagh, a half neck on the line. Magical Miss. Magnificent ride here by Oliver. Matty, take over, mate. I want to be a part of all this. Thank you.
Good on you, Bryan. What a big thrill for you and the team to race Fields of Omagh, and the horse got a beautiful run through where La Bella Dama led them up, turning for home. Fields of Omagh with the new rider, Damien Oliver.
And you know what? You just hold it like a chair.
That's a plus.
Get next door, honey, not chair.
While Omagh is a horse of the people, lots of people who reckon this is anything but no big deal. His home fields are a world away from the big smoke. On Lindsay Park, Euroa, a $5 million spread with its sweeping uphill 1,400-metre track, he's in horse heaven.
Just over a year ago, he won a Class 3 1,200-metre race at Kyneton, and now he's running against the best we have to offer in this country, and he's very competitive.
If Fields of Omagh's season has been blessed, maybe this is the godsend. They call it the Prophet's thumbprint, and it's formed by the foal's hoof rubbing against his neck in the womb.
Yes,
Prophet's thumb.
yeah.
Sign of greatness.
Inside when he was being carried, yeah.
The Arab horseman, yeah. They said it was a sign of greatness.
Did they?
Yeah, the Prophet's thumbprint. Just a beautiful creature. Just, you know, I don't know what we'd do if anything ever happened to him. And that's the thing that you just hope and pray that he goes out and he gets through it. Okay.
Bryan, is your affection healthy?
I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. It worries me. Just can't sleep. Can't sleep. And this has been 2 and 3 weeks out before the race. You should be able to sort of, you know, rise above something like this, but it's changed all our lives. It's not me, it's the family, it's friends, it's people in the syndicate, and when I sort of talk to them, they're going through the same thing.
You know, when you're pacing the house at 3 o'clock in the morning, how does the dream finish?
The dream finishes holding that
beautiful big trophy up, the Caulfield Cup.
Right now, up in the commentary box, there's a race caller who's spent the last week talking to a horse.
You don't want to be giving Northerly too big a start, really. That's the thing. Don't want to give. It's too hard to get past. I know we've got the weight pull. You want to know where Helene Vitality might be, strong at the end. And the races are virtually one on the turn. Virtually one on the turn. I don't look as though I'm mad, do I?
Bryan Martin, well, I caught a few races in my time. I certainly didn't have a Caulfield Cup favourite. He will be bursting today and the adrenaline will be flowing. He'll be shaking with excitement. I'm sure he'll give a professional call, but for his sake, I hope the horse runs a great race.
Yeah, what a wonderful story, though. Apart from Bryan, his great involvement in it, what about the other owners and the magnificent thrill that they've had out of this horse?
One of the things as a race caller, Max, that probably a lot of people don't understand is that when you're holding the binoculars, you start to shake with excitement. I did this in a few Melbourne Cups, and you've got to keep them really still. I'm sure today at some stage Bryan's binoculars will be shaking a bit and he'll be trying to hold them as steady as possible.
I've held the binoculars to my eyes. My hands have been shaking a bit too, but for different reasons.
No doubt about that. Now, the jockeys, Des Gleeson, the chief stipendiary steward, has spoken to the jockeys. They're about to be